Hey y'all, we're back with another sew along from K&A Custom Fabrics. Today we are making the ginger backpack, and it's the Nightmare Before Christmas, and it's the little gingerbread house, and we have a door here that we're going to sew on. These are opposite images. I'm going to cut these out, and we're going to put some interfacing. Edge painting is personal choice. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but let's go ahead and get started. So let's cut this out. And we're back. I have cut out both pieces, and I am going to put a little bit of interfacing in there to keep the door nice and stiff, so when we're opening it, it doesn't bend. I'm using scraps of some Profuse Stiff from Whack. You could use Decaville Light. You can use whatever kind of stabilizer you'd like. Let's see here. I have my little Cricut mini press. Look at this, this perfect size piece. So I'm just going to Frankenstein these pieces together on here. If you wanted to trace this on a larger piece and then cut it out within, it's not hot yet, within an 1/8 to 1/4 inch of the seam allowance, and then you'd be able to have a nice little shallow border here so it's not sticking out when we stitch it together. All right, let's try that again. Okay, so now that we have our the stiffener on there, I'm going to get some tape. I'm going to put it on this other piece here. Now, if you don't want to sew the door on, you don't have to. It's all personal preference. Today, we're sewing it on. Oh, look at now it's hot now that we're done. All right. Now we're going to line this up the best we can, and then I decided I am going to edge coat it. Just because my cutting job wasn't the best, and you can see part of the white, and I'll be able to cover it up with the edge paint. Smooth it out a little. Okay, so we're going to line these up so you can see how our stabilizer is just outside of the seam allowance. We're going to line these up best we can. There we go, just like so. And then we're going to top stitch an 1/8 of an inch. I had an 1/8 of an inch all the way around. So let's see, which way are we going to have this? Before I top stitch, I want to decide which side is going to be facing up. So we have our door here, and it looks like it leans a little one way or the other. So I want this side to be facing up, and we're just going to be stitching this door down right on the seam, but not yet, not yet. So let's go ahead and top stitch this piece. And I'm just going to go around the edge here. I am using a black color thread, which is contrasting, but you can use any color thread you want. A tan would match just nicely. And I'm going to start over here on this bottom narrower edge because I am going to be back stitching this onto the panel. You won't be able to tell my back stitch right here. So let's get going. See how that came out. Trim my threads. Now I have black on my top thread and I have white on my bobbin thread, just so that if I have any tension issues I can see how. Then this looks pretty good. Okay, so and then I could stitch it on either way, the white side or the black side. We'll be doing the black side, but I'm going to edge paint this and then we'll be right back. And we're back, day 9,728. Just kidding, it's only been overnight. So here's our door with our edges painted. I have decided that this is going to be the top side. So we have our main panel, and I'm going to just align the door with the silhouette, like, not the silhouette, I'm just going to align the door with the main panel like this, just so that you can't see it. And we are going to stitch down this brown line. We're going to back stitch here and go all the way down, and then back stitch here. And then I'm going to go over one stitch and then back up. So it'll be a very tiny box. I'm going to back stitch. If you want to leave your threads long and pull them to the back, you can. I just, no muss, no fuss. So we're going to align this on. If you wanted to use a piece of 1/8 inch tape, you can. I just don't like how it gets sticky if you don't sew it right. And we're going to start here at the top and then all the way to the bottom. So I have my matching thread. I'm going to align that. And we're just going to follow this brown line on the door. And put my needle down in the top corner. Come over one stitch, just right next to it. I'm going to come back down. I'm going to back stitch. So we've got ourselves a little tiny little box. This is how it looks on the back. This is how it looks on the front, and when you open the door, there's Jack and Zero. And then we have just enough here outside our seam allowance that it's not going to catch when we sew, but we want to be careful when we go around. Now you're going to assemble this just as per the regular Ginger backpack tutorial, whether you're going to do a crossbody or a backpack. Don't forget to add your lining on there. So we have our main panel lining, we have our back panel. I put my tag 1.5 inches up here. You could use yours wherever you'd like. And then I have my gusset here with our D-rings as side connectors, because I just thought it was cute. I didn't want to cover up any of the stuff on the back. All right, so let's fast forward to the end, and then I'll see you at the end when we turn the bag.
I loved watching you sit on that couch eating that cookie dough. Because for the first time, I was the center of attention.
Ellie,
And by the
what are
way,
you
that
doing?
was my cookie dough. Well, I am glad to see you're in my
What are you doing?
Oh, Hilda, don't turn this around and make
Just
it about
cut and
me.
sew,
Do you know how
kitten
hard it is
approved?
for me, Betty? First impressions, that's all I got.
And we're back. We are going to turn our little Ginger backpack. I'm going to use my embossing gun to warm up the vinyl a little bit. I did use Profuse Stiff to interface this bag, so I don't want it to wrinkle too much when we turn it. So I'm just going to warm it up. Be careful you don't leave it in one spot and burn the vinyl. We're going to bend it in the corner here. It's kind of awkward to do this on camera. I usually use my body as like a pushing point or leverage, I guess. Be careful of your door. You don't pull it off or rip it off. You want to poke out all those corners nice and neat. Fairly quickly if you can, so as not to wrinkle said vinyl. And then we can also heat up the inside of the bag again from this side to help wrinkle or unwrinkled some of the vinyl. And I'm just squishing on the seams here from our binding so that it has a place to go. Kind of train the bag a little bit. And there we have it. This is our Nightmare Before Christmas ginger backpack. It's so cute. So we have our little door. We have Jack and then Sally in the window. And I did make mine a crossbody. If you wanted to make yours a backpack, it did come with an optional strip to go across the back to do that. I didn't want to cover up the window because it's so cute. But here we are. That's it. Here's the inside. If you have any questions, leave them in the box below. And if not, see you next time. Bye.